Now, Alan, I want to focus on this new national curriculum. Version 9 has now been released. And look, let's focus on the positive first. There is more of a focus on basic maths and English, but then on the virtues of a vegetarian lifestyle and eating more kangaroo than beef and safe relationships and the like. I mean, these are things that parents used to teach kids.
Well, parents listening to your program, this is a disgrace. And parents are going to have to take over this curriculum issue. The whole thing ought to be scrapped. And there's a massive bias here which breeds a sense of guilt in young people, a massive bias against Australians per se, as opposed to what they call Indigenous Australians. Now, you and I are Indigenous Australians. That is, people who are born in an exclusive culture, an exclusive place, an exclusive society. We're exclusively born here. We are Indigenous Australians. But the language of this thing, for example, physical education for the years 9 and 10, this is 15 and 16-year-olds, are taught to, quote, engage in nature experiences to understand how activities can promote the development of an eco-identity and a positive sense of well-being, including exploring how a deep connection to country and place enhances health, and here we go, and well-being for First Nations Australians. Now, what this stuff is teaching us basically that nature is good and human beings are evil and that we were invaded, and you should feel very guilty about all of that. Year 4 kids, little kids in Year 4, the effects of contact with other people on First Nations Australians and their countries and places following the arrival of the First Fleet, and how this was viewed by First Nations Australians as an invasion. So teach Australia, teach the kids, little kids, 6, 7, 8-year-old, that Australia was invaded. They have a sense of guilt because they were told they're non-Indigenous Australians, which in fact they're not. This stuff is dangerous. We've warned about it for a long, long time, and nothing is being done about it. It's been signed off by all governments. I suspect no one in a state government or a national government has read the damn thing. So basically the bureaucracy in charge, the left-wing bureaucracy, and they're taking over the education of our kids. And parents have got to say, we need some say in this. When this issue was raised, you might recall, recently in the governorship of Virginia in America, and parents found out because they were homeschooling as a result of coronavirus, parents found out the rubbish that was being taught to their kids because they were meant to be teaching them at home. Then there was a revolt against this kind of content. And parents have got to understand this is the stuff that's being pushed down the throats of kids in our schools. Parents have got to be up the school door asking principals and teachers what is being done about it.
Well said. Alan, good to talk to you. We'll catch up next week.
You too. Thank you, Steve.
All the best. Alan Jones, the host of Alan Jones on ADH TV, catching Monday to Thursday at 8 p.m. You can download the ADH app or go to adh.tv.